NBA History. Explained. Welcome to the ultimate deep dive into the National Basketball Association, a league that's given us more thrills, dunks, and legendary moments than any other. Get ready to travel through time, year by year, and discover the stories, the stars, and the dynasties that built the NBA into what it is today. We're talking about the entire journey, from its humble beginnings in the 40s, through the iconic rivalries, the rise of global superstars, and the ever-evolving game. Era 1. The formative years and the Mikan era, 1946 to 1956. Basketball officially steps onto the professional stage. The BAA, or Basketball Association of America, kicks off in 1946. It's a rough-and-tumble game with no shot clock, low scores, and a focus on fundamental play. The Philadelphia Warriors win the first championship in 1947, followed by the Baltimore Bullets in 1948. Joe Fulks on the Warriors was one of the league's first true scoring stars. Enter the NBA. In 1949, the BAA merges with the NBL to form the National Basketball Association. And one man absolutely dominates, George Mikan. The league's first true superstar, Mikan's size and skill make the Minneapolis Lakers virtually unstoppable. His dominance actually led to rule changes, like widening the lane, called the Mikan Rule. He was also able to lead the Minneapolis Lakers to championships from 1949 to 1954. After that, the Syracuse Nationals won in 1955 and the Philadelphia Warriors in 1956. George Mikan, the original big man, dominated this era. The Lakers were his team. Era 2. The Celtics dynasty and Wilt's dominance, 1957 to 1969. Get ready for a whole lot of green. The Boston Celtics, led by a revolutionary big man named Bill Russell and a brilliant coach, Red Auerbach, begin their unprecedented run. They prioritized defense and teamwork, changing the game forever. This was the birth of the ultimate dynasty. Boston Celtics won in 1957, 1959, and 1960. Bill Russell was the ultimate winner and defensive anchor. Bob Cousy was a dazzling ball handler and playmaker. It's the unstoppable force against the immovable object. Wilt Chamberlain arrives, a physical marvel who puts up unbelievable scoring and rebounding numbers, including that mythical 100-point game. But he runs into Russell's Celtics over and over again. This was the greatest individual rivalry in sports, defining an era. The Boston Celtics won again from 1961 to 1965. Wilt Chamberlain was a statistical anomaly, but Bill Russell was still the king of rings. The Celtics machine keeps rolling, but the Lakers, with stars like Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, consistently challenge them. It's a battle of West Coast flair against East Coast grit, often ending with Russell holding another trophy. The Lakers often lost to the Celtics in the finals. The Boston Celtics were able to win again in 1966, 1968, and 1969, but Wilt finally got one in 1967. Era 3. Expansion, ABNBA battles and new dynasties, 1970 to 1979. The NBA expands, and a new league, the American Basketball Association, ABA, emerges with its own stars, flashier play, and the iconic red, white, and blue ball. The rivalry pushes both leagues to innovate. The 70s ushered in league competition, and a changing landscape, with New York Knicks winning in 1970 and 1973, Milwaukee Bucks in 1971, Los Angeles Lakers in 1972 and Boston Celtics in 1974. Willis Reed with the Knicks was a legendary captain. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the Bucks and Lakers was a dominant force. Oscar Robertson with the Bucks, aka the Big O, was a triple-double machine. The mid to late 70s sees a more spread-out championship picture as the old guard fades and new contenders rise. The ABA merges with the NBA in 1976, bringing in exciting players like Julius Erving and adding flair to the league. Golden State Warriors wins in 1975, Boston Celtics in 1976, Portland Trail Blazers in 1977, Washington Bullets in 1978, and Seattle Supersonics in 1979. Julius Erving, Dr. J, with the 76ers was a high-flying icon, and Bill Walton with the Blazers was brilliant passing big man. Era 4. Magic, Bird, and Michael, the Golden Age, 1980 to 1998. The NBA is saved. The arrival of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird injects new life, excitement, and a fierce rivalry that captivates the nation. They had just competed against each other for a college title, and now their head-to-head battles are must-watch TV and elevate the league's popularity to new heights. Their rivalry that defined a generation. Los Angeles Lakers led by Magic win in 1980 and 1982, Boston Celtics with Bird in 1981, and Philadelphia 76ers in 1983. Magic was a revolutionary point guard, and Larry Bird was a trash-talking, all-around superstar. The Lakers' Showtime offense, with Magic leading the fast break, goes head-to-head with Bird's Celtics, who epitomized toughness and teamwork. Then, a new force emerges, the bad boy Detroit Pistons. The Lakers-Celtics rivalry peaks, followed by the rise of a physical challenger. Boston Celtics win again 1984 and 1986, and Lakers win again in 1985, 1987, and 1988. A young Michael Jordan is drafted in 1984. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the Lakers with his timeless skyhook. The Detroit Pistons, with their intense defense and physical play, finally break through, battling past the Celtics and Lakers. Meanwhile, a young phenom named Michael Jordan is building something special in Chicago. Detroit Pistons win in 1989 and 1990 behind their three stars. Isaiah Thomas as their gritty leader, Dennis Rodman, who was a defensive menace, and Joe Dumars, quiet assassin. Michael Jordan with the Bulls is getting stronger every year. Welcome to the Jordan era. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and coach Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls dominate, showcasing an unstoppable blend of athleticism, skill, and clutch play. They achieve their first three-peat. The Bulls become a global phenomenon and win in 1991, 1992, and 1993 behind Michael Jordan, the greatest ever, and Scottie Pippen, an elite wingman. After their first three-peat, Jordan stuns the world by retiring to play baseball. The league breathes a sigh of relief, and the Houston Rockets, led by the incredible Hakeem Olajuwon, seize their opportunity, winning back-to-back titles. This is a brief power vacuum, filled by a dominant center, and the Houston Rockets win back-to-back titles in 1994 and 1995. He's back. Michael Jordan returns, and the Bulls pick up right where they left off, achieving another legendary three-peat, cementing their place as one of the greatest teams of all time. The drama, the rivalries, it was all there. This was the Bulls' final act, an unforgettable farewell, and they win again in 1996, 1997, and 1998 behind Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, who were the core of a dynasty. Two of these titles were against Karl Malone and John Stockton, and the Utah Jazz, who were valiant rivals. Era 5, Shaq and Kobe, the Spurs and the Rise of Superstars, 1999 to 2009. After Jordan's second retirement, the league enters a period of transition, briefly interrupted by a lockout. New faces rise, and a dominant duo in Los Angeles begins to form. The sports world is searching for the next face of the NBA. San Antonio Spurs are able to win in the shortened 1999 season behind Tim Duncan aka the Big Fundamental, who had quiet dominance. The Los Angeles Lakers, with the unstoppable force of Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant center ever, and the relentless brilliance of Kobe Bryant, who was a rising superstar, embark on their own three-peat, showing a blend of power and finesse that was hard to stop. Los Angeles Lakers win in 2000, 2001, and 2002. While Shaq and Kobe's partnership eventually fractures, the San Antonio Spurs, led by the stoic brilliance of Tim Duncan and a master coach in Greg Popovich, maintain a consistent presence, emphasizing fundamentals and team. Consistency and fundamental basketball prove triumphant, and San Antonio Spurs win in 2003 and 2005, while Detroit Pistons, with no real superstar, pull one out in 2004. LeBron James is drafted by the Cavaliers in 2003. The league sees a few different champions, as new superstars like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James make their mark. Miami Heat win 2006 behind Dwayne Wade and Shaq, San Antonio Spurs in 2007 with their big three of Duncan, Parker and Ginobili, Boston Celtics in 2008 with their newly formed super team of Garnett, Pierce and Allen, kicking off a trend of star players teaming up and creating super teams. Los Angeles Lakers are able to repeat in 2009 and 2010 behind Kobe and Gasol. Era 6, LeBron and the Pace and Space Revolution, 2010 to present. LeBron James, now the face of the league, makes the decision to join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, forming a super team that dominates the Eastern Conference. Dallas Mavericks, behind an unprecedented run by Dirk Nowitzki, are able to topple Miami's Big Three in 2011. But Miami comes back to win in 2012 and 2013. But San Antonio Spurs, behind Duncan and a young Kawhi Leonard, are able to beat and dismantle the Big Three in 2014. The game changes. The Golden State Warriors, led by the sharpshooting Steph and Curry, revolutionize basketball with their pace and space, offense, and prolific three-point shooting. They dominate the league, leading to 4 epic finals matchups against the Cavs. The three-point revolution takes hold, and a new dynasty forms. Golden State Warriors win 2015, but the Cleveland Cavaliers come back down 3-1 to beat them in 2016. The Warriors then sign Kevin Durant and dominate, and win in 2017 and 2018. Toronto Raptors, after trading for Kawhi Leonard for 1 season, beat the Warriors in 2019 to win their first championship. The COVID-19 pandemic leads to an unprecedented bubble season, a unique moment in sports history, and Lebron and the Lakers win in the Disney bubble in 2020. International players start to shine, and Giannis and the Bucks win in 2021. Golden State Warriors are able to win one more with Steph, Klay and Draymond in 2022. Denver Nuggets, behind the ultimate playmaking big man Nikola Jokic, win in 2023, and Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown win in 2024. Today, players like Luka Doncic is an offensive wizard. Jason Tatum with the Celtics is an elite scorer. Joel Embiid with the 76ers is dominant big man, but has no playoff success. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the Thunder is a rising MVP candidate. From its humble beginnings to a global phenomenon, the NBA has always delivered. It's the unique blend of athleticism, skill, drama, and the larger-than-life personalities that make it so captivating. The NBA continues to evolve, with new stars emerging every year, and the game spreading its influence worldwide. What will the next chapters hold? More incredible dunks, clutch shots, and legendary teams, that's for sure. What's your favorite NBA moment? Let us know in the comments.